Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here in Moreton Island, which is just off the coast of Brisbane. And I'm here at the Tangaluma Island Resort. I'm here with Chad Croft, who's the international sales manager. And so why are we here? This is an amazing activity that you can book for your clients just about a little over an hour away from Brisbane. And we're going to talk about this and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Chad, first of all, thank you. It's been great to come out here and see this. I didn't expect this at all, I got to tell you. Tell us a little bit about this island, first of all.
Okay, so you were on Moreton Island, as you said before. It's just a short boat ride from Brisbane City, 32 kilometres or 20 miles for our American audience. And we have multiple ferries that come over to the resort each day, and guests are coming here to partake in multitude of activities. In the background right now, we've got the quad bikes, and just 20 minutes ago, you were up on a helicopter flight sightseeing.
Well, we're going to talk about those activities because, boy, you got a lot of things to do, and means you have to come out and stay for a couple of nights at least, and we'll talk about how long you should stay. In fact, you're talking about we're next to a helicopter. I just got off a helicopter flight that took us around the island. But let's talk first about the Tangaluma Island Resort itself. I think we talked. You have a little over 300 keys, right?
Yeah. So we just have over 300 rooms here, and that's a mixture of houses, apartments, suites, units, and hotel rooms, even a few villas up the end of the resort as well. We've got 5 restaurants, a bar, and over 40 tours and activities that you were talking about before as well, and a family of wild dolphins that comes in each evening to be hand-fed.
Well, we're still looking forward to that activity because that'll be this evening because they come to feed and they do it habitually. They don't have them just hanging out in a cage outside. They come in and they're trying to enjoy it. So it's an amazing type of different experience, and you can hear in the background there's a whole bunch of ATVs. Get ATV tours. You can do the helicopter rides. I understand there's also like sand tobogganing too, right?
Yeah. So just not far out behind us, back over the hill here, is what we call the desert. It's a big open sand area, and one of our bus tours will take you out there. It goes out a couple of times a day. They give you a piece of timber. You walk up the sand dune and slide down it up to 40 kilometres an hour, about 25, 28 miles an hour.
Not too bad, right? So there's a lot of things to do. Now, how long should people stay out here?
Depending on how many people you've got and how many activities you want to do, but most of the people are staying 2 to 4 nights because there's quite a few things to do, and of course there's a lot to do back in Australia as well. But it's a nice spot here. They come feed the dolphins, go for a quad bike ride, explore the skies by helicopter, and maybe do one of the bus tours. Or right now the humpback whales are coming past, so they'll jump on a whale watching cruise out and just off the northern tip of Moreton Island here.
Yeah, and that's great to do. And you can come here, as we said, with the accommodations. They have apartments that have 3 up to, I think one is 5 bedrooms. Right?
There is one 6-bedroom apartment now. Okay. Our big special deep blue apartment, 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, incredible viewing out over the bay here, and gives you a wonderful view of the sunset each day we have over the water.
Now, I just basically heard about this. I mean, it was first time in Brisbane for me, and I'm like, you're going up to Tangalooma? And I said, what's Tangaluma? And they told me about this. And do you find that a lot of international visitors will come out here? Obviously, the last 2 years have been tough, but are more, and you're the international sales manager, so obviously you're trying to attract more international visitors, right?
Yeah. So we've had international guests coming to the resort for many, many years. The resort itself's been open since 1963. So next year we're celebrating our 60th year open as a resort. But I myself look after markets from 8 different countries, and we have other salespeople looking after other countries. But we're regularly seeing people from 20 or 30 countries a year coming through the resort that are normally would visit Australia. They'll call into Tangaluma and come and stay for a couple of nights.
So this is kind of a place to kind of rest, relax, recharge, but also engaged in all these great activities right here on the beach, right?
Yeah, exactly, because access-wise, we're close to the city and really close to Brisbane Airport, which is going to be really important shortly as they've just opened their second runway, so they've got much more capacity.
And now you got a direct flight from San Francisco to Brisbane just announced that's coming in this October. So you're going to have a lot more American visitors hopefully coming into Brisbane now that Australia is open for business. Now, what else would you tell our travel advisors out there in the U.S. about this place and what they should know about it?
I think it's probably, most of them don't realise how pretty it is. They sell it for the dolphin feeding, and then they sell it for maybe the quad biking or sand tobogganing. But as you've just seen, it's actually really picturesque from the sky. You see marine life like you wouldn't normally see. Most people have never seen a dugong. Or how many turtles did you see while you're up there, James?
I mean, a lot. I couldn't even count. We were trying to count them after a while. We just saw a lot of them, and then we circled out and went over the island to the other side of the island, which is completely pristine and no resorts. In fact, this is the only resort on the island, right?
That's right. So you'll see this beautiful marine life from the air. You can join some of our cruises and not just go spotting whales on a whale watching cruise, but do our one of our river to bay cruises or marine discovery cruises as well. The other one that's really popular, we have 15 shipwrecks just up from the resort.
I saw that. I said they're all kind of grouped together. I said, did they all shipwreck at the same time?
Don't worry, our ferry drivers are really good. We haven't crashed any of our boats, but they were all sunk there to create a harbour to protect anchoring boats from the natural swell or chop that would come across on sometimes when there's windy conditions. But they'll anchor there. But because the shipwrecks have been there since 1964, there's an incredible amount of marine life and coral life there. So it's a really good snorkel for anyone that wants to do a shipwreck dive, but you don't actually need to have a diving license.
And as we're talking, one of the helicopters is coming back in, so maybe we better sign off. Just give us the where can you find out more information about Tangaluma Resort?
Head to Tangalooma.com and all the info you need should be there. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Here's the helicopter. I'm James Shillinglaw at Tangaluma Resort on Moreton Island, just off the coast of Brisbane.